Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. Jimmy the Bag, my usual partner sitting next to me, is sick. And when I say that, I don't mean like a friggin' Primus. I'm not talking about like a Parliament Funkadelic, like a sick riff, like a couple ciphers from Immortal Technique or something like that. No, he's sick like a regular. The meaning of that word, meaning he's out, under the weather. He'll be back tomorrow, I believe, unless he's sick for a second day in a row, in which case he'll be out tomorrow as well. But I'm going to sit here and try to find some friggin' betting value for all of us, handle the show by myself. Welcome, everyone. You're watching SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for 12 o'clock Eastern Time, Thursday, April 12th. Thursday, April 12th. Let me just get the only thing that'll be different about this show is that there might be some pauses while I with dead air while I try to pull up a screen or something here or check my notes. Whereas normally Jim would be able to talk and carry the show. I got as much coffee as I can, and I'm going to handle it as best as I can. There's a small card of MLB, small slate of games in MLB today. I do have a bunch of picks that I'm liking, and yesterday I did do well in the night game, so I'm now back positive after the afternoon games did not go well. Let me just pull out the chat box here, pop out chat. Let me see what we got going on. Yes, once again, Jim is sick, not like a Primus riff, sick like with the flu. All right, let me see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Yeah. Just let's see. Other looking at the initial comments. And I don't know if what? Okay, we have some. Yeah. Yes, with the tweet. Yes, I'm getting a message coming from on high. Yes, with the tweet. Johan, what does that mean? Oh, okay. Great. I thought you were saying that we were going to get some live tweets, and that we're going to answer in the show. Okay. All right. So yes, we are all hoping that Jimmy gets better. That he is not sick tomorrow. We hope that he continues to be sick with his NHL handicapping, though, and his NBA handicapping with the second definition of that. But as far as his, internal, health, well-being, we are hoping that Jim gets better and returns to us as soon as we possibly can. It's a shame that Jim's going to be out today because it would be so interesting to hear his official picks and his analysis on the 5 NHL cards tonight. Last night, Jim and I broke down the three NHL games, and we friggin' killed it. I actually killed it even more than Jim did because Jim had 2 puck lines on the favorites and, of course, cashed on the Penguins. But I nailed it. I had the first period over in the Vegas game. I had Winnipeg -1, which pushed, but the Minnesota team total under, which cashed. And of course, I had Pittsburgh -1 along with Jimmy on the puck line, and that one cashed. And today's NHL playoff games look a little bit tougher to me, but I definitely have some bets that I made and some picks that I'm thinking about giving. And we'll get into all of it. We've only got 8 MLB games and 5 NHL playoff games, and of course the NBA playoff matchups are out, and I'm not sure. I assume that the odds are out. I'll quickly check that once again. I'm gonna have to take a few pauses in this show to if I want to check something. But I'll try to keep it going. I'll try to keep the intensity nonstop until we click off. What is that? Another message? Another message? No. Oh, okay. All right. You can pull that down. You can pull the yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's quickly scan some comments, and then we will let's see. We'll see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Elio Rodriguez says, "What's up, Pete? You're on your own, buddy. Let's do this. We got this." Yes, Elio. I think we do got this for today because I have a couple plays I'm liking in MLB, a couple plays I'm liking in NHL, and I think overall it'll be good. And once again, I'm doing well in MLB, very well in MLB on my private accounts. I'm just, as usual, having a little bit of a lack of balls in my picks in the show. I'm still up in MLB and had a killer night last night. And yesterday, the results from sports just kind of show you how up and down and unpredictable these things can be. The Oakland A's get shut down by Ryu, right? 2 days ago, and then against Wood, who's awesome and dominant, suddenly they put up 14 runs. I did have them on the second half yesterday, but of course against Ryu, I had the team total over first half and full game, and both of those cash, which cost me 3 units overall. But and then the other thing of note is look at what happened. Just lock this in your brain. A lot of times in the very last week of the regular season in all sports, not just NBA, these huge, massive line movements can be totally wrong. And we saw that, of course, with the Nets game. They opened at about +4. They were taking money all day long in the morning show yesterday. They were -2. Jim tweeted them out at -2. They wound up closing at -4. Wound up losing by double digits. And I don't think that was, in retrospect, some kind of fluky result. I just think that the market movement on that one was wrong. You do see that all the time, especially in the NFL. A lot of times, some of those NFL games with 10-point line moves in Week 17 wind up being totally wrong. And we saw a perfect example of that in the NBA last night with the Nets. I just wanted to point that one out. Let me just quickly scan what happened yesterday in sports to make sure there's nothing that I wanted to remind people about. Of course, the Penguins absolutely romped over the Flyers. Jim and I both had them. We didn't expect a 7-goal win. We thought maybe they'd win by 3 goals, maybe 2 goals. But, congratulations to anyone who tailed us on the puck line, including Tony Soprano at $10,000 supposedly on the Penguins puck line. And we'll do some research into how teams, do off of when they get a blowout win or loss in the first game of the first round of the NFL playoffs, how they tend to do in the second game. Obviously the second game is going to be a lot tighter. We'll see what the line is. I'm not ready to bet against the Penguins in the second game either. Let me just quickly check NBA and MLB. Let me see what happened yesterday, just to refresh my mind, and then we'll get into the actual analysis for today. I got my coffee, double dose of lean in this shit, so hopefully everything will be okay. Let me see what did happen yesterday in the night games. Yeah, that's right. Everyone was thinking that the Red Sox were low-hanging fruit yesterday. I did not understand that one at all. I did give the Yankees on the second half, and that one did wind up cashing. But some people suggested that the Yankees might be a good bet on the team total over, and of course that one cashed in the first inning. And in my leans column, if I had doubled and tripled up on these games, I would be up a bunch more units in MLB because I did have the Yankees -1, which I bet, and that was in my leans category. And also the Angels-Texas game. There were 5 plays that I liked on that one, and I wound up giving 3 of them, went 2-1 on those, and the 2 that I didn't give cashed easily. The Angels -1 and the Texas team total under, which I both loved and bet. I did not give as official plays, but I did have Angels on the second half and the under. Those 2 cashed easily, and then the second half under was the play that I gave that just lost in the bottom of the 9th. So we nailed the Angels game yesterday. Congratulations to anyone who tailed us on that one. And let's see, what else do we have? Yep, the Orioles beat Toronto, which I kind of suspected might happen. And yeah, the evening games were great. The afternoon games were bad. And overall, it was an even day for me in MLB. So that means I'm still up for the year in this show. And then, hopefully I'll be able to stack some units on and have a nice, admirable record in a few days. Hopefully. I think that's what's going to happen. All right, let me just quickly get some comments here, and then we'll get into the actual analysis of the day. Austin Guy says Texas under was easy money. Yes, it was. A lot of people were on that. We put Jim on it, I think, and Jim got a unit from that one. So very nice. And I definitely had that one. Oh, yeah, that's right. And the Minnesota-Denver game, that was an interesting one. There was a lot of back and forths on that one, and, turned out to be a game in OT. So in retrospect, who was on the right side of that one? I'm not exactly sure. And maybe the best thing to do there was to pass. Tomorino says Minnesota should have won easily. Thibodeau played Butler way too many minutes. And then, of course, the Spurs game. A lot of people were going back and forth on that one. Some people saying the Pels were easy money. Some people saying the Spurs were a great bet. And it turned out the people who like the Pelicans were totally right. I wanted to give the Pelicans on the money line. Didn't have the balls. Once again, I had a bunch of leans in NBA yesterday that cashed. The Spurs team total under, I said, was a lean that I liked, and that one cashed. And the Pelicans rolled, and that one cashed. So I had a losing day in NBA once again, but my leans in NBA were profitable. And as of right now, I'm down about, I think, 20 units or 15 units in NBA, and my leans are up now over 30 units on the year, which is unbelievable. All right, let's see. Let's get some shout-outs here, and then we'll get to the picks. Let's see. Yep, Payless Way, Denver OT killed my under. Yep, I had the first half under in that one, which lost, but I had the full game under, which did win, except for OT, although I also had the second half under, which cashed despite OT. Shout out Maylos Paylos Way. Let's see. Other comments that are coming in. Just important comments, and then we'll get to it. Joseph Tucker says, Dan Pete, you called my Yanks team total over. Shout me out. Yes, Joseph Tucker. Nice call on the Yankees team total over. Some people were suggesting that the Yankees were gonna crush Price once again. Others suggesting that the Yankees were cold and that the Red Sox were low-hanging fruit. I took the Yankees, and we all cashed. Let's see, what else do we have here? Other comments here. Donald Matt Elliott was atrocious in the Penguins game. Yes. Let me see. Other comments here. Flipper13 says the majority of those at massive MLB line moves the past 3 days were correct. Yes, but not always. And actually, I'm really more talking about like literally on like the last day of the NBA. I find that the massive line moves leading up to the last day tend to be correct, but then on the last day of the regular season, things just go completely haywire. And same thing with the last week in the NFL. Let's see. Dan Kelly is posting. Native Queen, of course, is posting plays in the MLB. You might be wondering, wow, is she doing as well as she was doing in college basketball season? Dan Kelly, who is tracking the plays that Native Queen is posting in this show, so far 14-2-2 in the MLB plays she has posted here. Thank you, Dan Kelly, for tracking that. Thank you, Native Queen, for posting those plays. Once again, everyone listen up. Native Queen, 14-2-2 so far in the MLB plays she has posted here, and that is not a surprise at all. Of course, Native Queen was killing the first quarter and first half plays in basketball that she was posting, and she clearly specializes in those prop bets that can have great value, first inning props and stuff like that, which I'm going to try to start giving as well, and I'm going to try to look for some in the afternoon that maybe I'll be able to give in the evening shows. All right, let's see. Other comments here coming in. Yes, Mr. Stubby says Native Queen hit all 3 of her first to score plays yesterday. Very, very nice. We're going to talk about, let's see. Rockstar says, morning, Pete. I have spread the love of your show to my fellow cappers that roam through the sports books of Laughlin, Nevada. Thank you so much. Rockstar. Regular viewers of the show know that I am a very emotionally fragile and needy person, and as a result, I live for the positive comments of this show. Rockstar, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe one day I'll come hang out at Laughlin with you guys and get some positive comments in person, which would fill me up with joy. All right, let's see. King Rail says, gave y'all Blazers in Minnesota yesterday. Yes, King Rail did that. Minnesota was a little bit of a tricky one, but a nice call on the Razors, King Rail. Trevor Holt is back. Nice. We'll see what Trevor Holt has to say. Let's see. What else do we have? Trenton Claxton says, get to the Cubs game. We will. All right. And all right, let me just do a quick save, and then we'll get into MLB. Quick save, and then we'll get into MLB. Again, we don't have Jim to talk during the moments of silence in this show, so while I'm saving the comments here, save. Let's see. All right. Okay. And let me see. Make sure it gets saved. And okay. Let's get into MLB. We can throw up the MLB record. Hey, go on. You have the MLB record? You know, it's positive. Yesterday, I got burned in the early games, and I was actually down. But then I killed most of the later games, and now I'm back up 1.5 units. And if I had, doubled up on that Yankees game, the friggin' Texas game, like I did in my leans column, I'd be up 5 units. In general, though, I think I'm feeling pretty confident and positive going forward in MLB. All right, let's start with Pittsburgh, Chicago. Let me just quickly check one thing here. I got to have all my sheets here. This is going to be a little bit tougher without Jim to carry things while there's some dead time. But let me just check. All right, yeah, the Pirates and the Cubs. All right. Let me just get my notes here. Yeah. In general, I am leaning, Cubs -1. I am leaning Cubs maybe first half team total over and maybe the first half over as well. Hendricks has been great at home in his career. He's a solid pitcher, not overpowering, but very reliable. And, not too bad is the guy starting for Pittsburgh, who is, what the hell is that guy's name? It's just slipping my mind. It's Trevor, what the hell is his name again? I can't remember his fucking name. Let me just try to remember his name. But he's pitched well this year. 2 nice starts. He's nothing special. He's a solid starter, but Trevor Williams, that's right. At this line, in this situation, I'm not a total buyer on him. Obviously, the line is very high for the Cubs, so it makes me a little bit nervous on this one, but I would be leaning Cubs -1, and I would also be leaning maybe the Cubs first 5 innings team total over, and maybe the full game over as well. Let me just get to the team totals here at at Pinnacle. Just give me 1 second, please. Thank you very much. Let me just get to the team totals here at Pinnacle. What do we have here? Yeah, the Cubs are 4.5 minus 107 on the full game, and 2.5 minus 128 on the first half. Yeah, that is tempting. So once again, leaning Cubs, even though it's a very high line. Thinking about the Cubs' first half, first 5 innings team total over, and maybe the full game over or the first half over. Let me just see. Hold on 1 second here. Let me see what I want to do here. Let me get some comments to see what people... I'm sure some people are saying that the Cubs have no value as a big favorite. Eileen Pittsburgh. Yeah, Scotty Rock Forever says Pirates money line all day. Finico Assailant likes Pittsburgh on the money line. Elio Rodriguez likes the Pirates over 3 minus 105. Dave L.A. likes the Cubs team total over at 4.5. Trevor Holt likes the Pirates today on the money line. Let me see. Other comments coming in. Trevor Holt says, don't sleep on those Pirates. Trevor Holt, I'm not sleeping on those Pirates. They're a solid team. Pretty clearly overachieved, though, offensively up till now. And I think they're going to hit a lull at some point in the future. DJ 100 Grand says, I like the Cubs. Let me see. Williams has been solid, though. Yes. He's a pretty solid guy, and I think when there's promising weather against a weak hitting team or something like that, he's a guy that I would definitely be looking to bet on. He's not terrible by any means. I mean, he's good. He's good. He's an admirable starting pitcher. So I guess I'm gonna pass on this one, but I would have a slight lean to the Cubs at -1 here. Hold on, let me pull up. I have to pull up another screen here to get the run lines here. The Cubs -1 would only be a modest favorite, probably like -130 or something like that at -1. So I'll have to decide what I want to do here. Slight lean to the Cubs, team total over, and maybe a very, very slight lean to the full game over at 8, but then maybe a small lean to the second half under on that one. Let me check one thing. Those are my thoughts on that game. Let me just check some other comments, and we'll see. We'll see what people have to say about this one. The second half under would also be a lean as well for me. Let me see. Bud Nino 87 says that Pittsburgh bullpen is bad. Yes, that is true. Marcus Colon likes the Cubs run line. Ken Peacock, I'm looking at the Cubs. Jeffrey Hernandez likes the first 5 Pirates over 1.5. Hans Omycock says over a good play. Maybe I would if I was going to take an over. I'd probably just stick with the Cubs' first 5 innings team total over, not the full game. I think the second half might be worth a shot with the under, maybe a shot with the first 5 innings over. But again, Williams is good, Hendricks is good as well, and I wouldn't be too excited to do that. Let me see, what else do we have here? Not applicable says Pitt is the play. Let me see. Pitt is the play. G8 Passkey says took Pittsburgh -1.5 following the Pens win last night. Elio Rodriguez says, move on, Pete. You're by yourself, buddy. Yes, I know. Let me see. What else do we have here? Alex Mabry says, always go with a morning dog. King Rail says, I took Pitt money line. Damn. DJ 100 Grand says, Cubs by 2. Chris Garza says, Pirates easy casher. Okay. Yeah. Torino says people forget how much better the Cubs are at home because they open so badly on the road. Yes, I think also the Cubs underachieved a little bit to start the year. Pirates overachieved a little bit to start the year. Williams is good. Hendricks maybe a little bit better, especially at home. And I would be leaning Cubs here. I understand though why people like the Pirates. It is a very, very high line, and that's risky to take that kind of a favorite right there. All right. Not applicable says Pitt played the Cubs hard last year, had a lot of wins. Tormino says, I think the Cubs have momentum and are just a different team at home. The weather should be good for offense too, nearly 70 degrees. Jim Tobleson likes the under 8.5 in the Cubs game. And Dan Kelly says, Pete, the ump in the Detroit-Cleveland game is 57-29 over under the past 3 seasons. Yes, I do check on umps. I do consider that a lot, and I will look into that in a second. Let me see. Other comments coming in here. All right, I have to think about what I want to do here. Leaning Cubs -1, to be honest here. To be perfectly honest here. Leaning Cubs -1. John Carey likes the Pirates money line. DJ Big Boss says my model says the over is the play. And G8 Passkey says this is when Pete's multiple personalities come in handy. All right, let's move on for now. Certainly a lot of conflicting opinions here. Some people really liking the Cubs for good reason, and other people liking the Pirates for good reason because of the big underdog line. I would personally be leaning Cubs -1. Let me just scan the rest of the card to figure out what I did bet on. Let me see. Yeah, I did take I did take Washington -1, right? They're also a big favorite. Similar line, right? In the -170s. Gonzalez against Bettis. Colorado, though, you know, they're coming off the game against San Diego. They had the big fight. Now they're going cross country. And Washington is a pretty reliable team, I think. Gonzalez is a pretty reliable starter in general. They could lose this one, but I'll take this one. I did bet it, and I'm going to take Washington -1. I believe that Blackman is still out for Colorado, and Washington's off a 12-inning game, which is not great. But again, Colorado off the fight, traveling cross country, playing a tough team, and playing going up against a pretty tough starting pitcher. Bettis has been great, not too great, but not too bad, but that's okay. I'm gonna take Washington here -1. If they lose the game outright, I'll be happy to eat the loss, even at the current line. And let me see, line shopping here at SBRodds.com. Best money line -173 at the Greek, and the best run line. Let me find that one. Line shopping here at SBR.com, SBRodds.com for Washington. Let me find the run lines here. Let me find the run lines here. Damn, I'm really upset. I really wanted to hear what Jim had to say about the 5 NHL games tonight. You know he would have broke the hell down out of those games. Let me see. All right, Washington, best money line, best run line here. +113 at Pinnacle. So that's, a pretty solid favorite line for Washington -1. If they lose, I'll have to eat like a 1.4 units or something like that. But I bet it, and I'll take that one. Washington -1. And I was also thinking about, maybe the Washington team total over. I did bet the over on this one at 8 on the early opening line. Now I believe that is not available. Let me see where the total is. I did bet the 8 on that one. Let me see where that one is right now. Yeah, now it's all the way up to 9. Not sure I want to take a 9 there. I did bet the over at 8, and maybe the Washington team totals. Let me see what the Washington team totals are. Yeah, it's 5 full game at Pinnacle and 2.5 on the first 5 innings. So slightly into Washington on the team total overs as well, first 5 innings and full game. But for right now, I'm just going to stick with the Washington -1. Again, that is a 7 o'clock game. So all these games except for the Cubs game, I will be able to add picks on in the evening show. Then the Yankees-Boston game. That's an interesting one, isn't it? That is another interesting one. Gray against Porcello. Porcello has had 2 good starts, both coming against Tampa Bay. So they come with a little bit of an asterisk. Sonny Gray has not been good at Fenway in his career. And that is pretty troubling. He tends not to pitch well at Fenway, and that was those stats came from when he was a lot better in his career earlier than he might be now. He's getting some grounders. He's looking pretty decent, and I am once again thinking that the Yankees on the second half might be a good play, and I will definitely give that one as an official pick. Let me just find what that line would be right now. I'm going to Bookmaker and to a Heritage to find the Yankees on the second half. Yankees, of course, have a good bullpen. Not exactly sure what we'll get from either of these starters, but once again, I like the Yankees late, and I'm going to make a play on the Yankees on the second half. I bet that one, and I'm willing to give that one as an official pick. Let me just find it. The Yankees on the second half, just -115. So if it loses, I lose 1.15 units on that play, and that is okay. If it wins, I gain a unit. I'm taking the Yankees on the second half, and once again, I would have a lean to the Yankees. -1. They're right now at they've been taking a little bit of money. They opened at about +104. Now it's down to a -104, and the run line there. I would have to look at the alternative run line, which I'm not going to check right now. But you'd be getting about +120, 125 or something like that on the Yankees -1, and that would be a lean as well. Let me see some other comments coming in. Not applicable. Tough game. Lean Yankees. Mally Mal likes the Red Sox. Red Sox and the under. Oh, Red Sox and the under. Watch that. Okay. Mally Mal likes the under. I would have a slight lean to the over on this one, but both starting pitchers can be good, so I'm not totally sure if I want to give that one. And again, I'm going to look into this a little bit more closer to a game time. Might give a pick. As of right now, I'm just going to take the Yankees second half. Let's see. Native Queen, 14-2-2 over her in her MLB picks in this show. Likes Cubs to score first. That is probably a +100 or something like that. Vincent K. Maxwell likes the Cubs by 2. Tomorio Tomer says, I don't think Gray is anything special in hitters' parks. He looked good in Oakland, but he struggled at Yankee Stadium, and I think he'll struggle here. Eileen Boston, yes, struggled at Yankee Stadium. He struggled at Fenway in his career. Tomarino Tomor. Look into that one, and you'll see. You'll be like, I'll be damned. Loshak's right. He has struggled at Fenway. I agree with you. I mean, I think Gray is good. He has good spin rates on his curveballs, and a lot of, like, peripheral stuff like that are kind of in a positive for him. But I agree with you. In general, he's a guy I don't mind fading, so I would be leaning over on that one. And I'm definitely taking the Yankees on the second half money line. Let me see. Hako Schofield says, love the Yankees today. Let's see. Other comments here. Philip Age says, sometimes the best play is the one you don't make. Absolutely true. Philip Age. Jeffrey Hernandez likes the Twins. We will get into that one in a second. Hold on. Some funny shit coming in. Let me see. Other comments coming in. DJ 100 Grand likes Boston. Okay. That's fine. Melos Palos Way likes the Red Sox. Marcus Colon says the Yankees win. And Justin Searcy says Arenado out. That's for the Colorado game. And I'm liking Washington. I'm happy to take them at that line. Let me see. Trevor Holt likes the over on the Nats. I did bet that one at 8. I'm not sure I want to give it at 9, but I will review that in the evening show. Vincent K. Maxwell likes Colorado and take the over. Let me see. Dan Kelly says, Pete, you should try speaking in different voices like old-time radio guys used to do. We can pop out chat. It'll seem like there are a few guys in the studio with you. Yes, we could do that, Kelly. I'm just a little bit, I'm focused on everything that I'm trying to focus on here, and I'm trying to jazz myself up with everything that's in this cup. So hopefully I will be. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Other shit. Dave LA says, Pete, play of the day is the Cardinals -150. -150. We'll talk about that in a second. Justin Searcy says, I don't love none of this shit today. I understand, Justin Searcy. I think that the Yankees, though, second half is a solid play. I think Washington -1 is a solid play. And Native Queen, of course, has called for the Cubs to score first. Don't have the line on that one, but it's probably a nice line. All right, let's move on. Let me see. What'd you say? Oh, that was something. All right, sorry. There's voices coming around. It's a little bit distracting. Okay, let's see what else do we have. The Angels KC game. I did not have an overnight line, so I did not look into that. The San Francisco San Diego game, though, is interesting. Stratton against Mitchell. Two questionable starting pitchers. I think I'm liking. I took the under on this one anyway. Definitely would not recommend people tailing that one. And I think I might give the second half under on that one as well as an official play. Let me find the line on that one. Under 3.5 -130 is the current line at Heritage. Let me just pull up the second half lines here at Bookmaker, because even though they're usually identical, but once in a while they're not. I am definitely going to give the second half under in San Francisco, San Diego. Second half, San Francisco, San Diego. Second half under 3.5 -130. 3.5 -130. I would lean to the under on the full game as well, but both of these starting pitchers are very questionable. Mitchell is a big question mark. He's had some promising signs in the minors, but of course his strikeout to walk ratio as of right now this year in the majors, 1 strikeout, 9 walks, and that's not good for him. That's not good for anyone. So that makes me definitely nervous. He does have some potential, though. Definitely has not translated in the majors yet. Not sure it's going to translate here, but he has some promising signs anyway. And Stratton also not good, but might be a bit better here. Slightly into the under anyway, and I'm definitely going to give the second half under 3.5 -130 in the San Francisco San Diego game, and a very slight lean to San Diego as a home dog now that they're up to a +124. I'm going to look into that game a little bit more. And maybe give another pick or two on that game in the evening show. But as of right now, I definitely want to give the second half under 3.5 -130. That's an official pick. Let's check some other comments, and then let's move on. Donald Mao says Angels are -125 against Ian Kennedy. Yeah, I did not have a chance to look at that game. No overnight line, and I will look at that one in the afternoon here. Dave LA likes San Francisco, San Diego over, and the San Francisco money line. You might be right about the full game over, but I would, I bet the under. I'm leaning under, and I would definitely take the second half under. I'm definitely going to take that one, and that is an official pick for me. Let's see. Dave LA took the over. All right, we can go head to head. It's entirely possible that you could cash the over and I'll cash the second half under, and we'll both win. Let me see. Other comments. Kavus Kavi says, give me one solid bet, please, Mr. Loshak. Okay. Kavus Kavi wants one solid bet. Actually, maybe I should go to an NHL to give the solid bet for Kavus Kavi. Kavus Kavi wants one solid bet. I could just give him Nashville money line minus 275. How about that? No, all right. You want a solid bet? One solid bet. I will give just one solid bet for Kavus Kavi. Let's throw this to the chat box. If anyone had to give Kavus Kavi just one solid bet, what would it be? What would you give Kavus Kavi if you had to give just one solid bet to Kavus Kavi? I would give, I guess I would give, I kind of like Washington in the NHL. We'll get to that in a second. Not sure if I want to include that as a solid bet. All right, I'll give you one solid bet. Kavus Kavi. Colorado, team total under in NHL, under 2.5 at about minus 140, minus 145 or something like that. Kavus Kavi, I think that might be I'm not sure Colorado can be relied on to get to 3 goals. That would be my one solid bet for you. Kavus Kavi, Colorado Avalanche, team total under 2.5 at about minus 145 or so. There you go. Kavus Kavi. There's your solid bet for today. All right, let's see. Mr. Parlay says Angels money line. Byron Walters says Cubs score first. Mally Mal says Nashville under. Yes, I did bet that one, and I bet him at 6. Now it's down to 5.5. We'll discuss that in the NHL segment of that game. Let's see. A lot of people coming in with their one solid play for Kavus Kavi. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Medicine H2O. Whoa. A lot of plays coming in for Kavus Kavi. Nashville puck line says Marcus Colon. Twins -1 says Jeffrey Hernandez. Devils money line says Brooke Jordan. Okay, we will discuss that game when we get to the NHL segment. That is maybe the most interesting game on the card tonight. Are the Devils getting disrespected as a big underdog? Maybe they are. Maybe they're getting totally disrespected and they don't like it. Or maybe they're getting totally disrespected and don't mind. We'll discuss that one. Molly Mal says, a great bet, Pete. Richie Incognito says, come on, Pete. All right, we're going. I'm moving to do this. I can hear Richie Incognito. I'm trying to please everyone. A lot of people say the surest way to failure is to try to please everyone. But I don't care. I'm going to try to please everyone. You know what I'm saying? Johan, you know how they say that? You can't please everyone? You know, they say that, right? Well, I don't care. I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to try to please everyone. And that's what I'm trying to do right now and at all points in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I try to please everyone. And people say that's the surest way to fail. I don't care. Let other people not try to please everyone. I am going to try to please everyone. All right, let's see. Elio Rodriguez says, take your cash and bet it on Washington. Let's see. Some comments here. Some comments coming in. Yes, Mally Mal appreciates the bet, the pick on Colorado team total under. Yes, very nice. I think that is a solid play there. Marcus Colon likes Nashville puck line. Dustin Searcy likes the over in Tampa Bay. Mr. Cloudkick says give Cavu Red Sox game over. Rockstar says St. Louis money line. Brooke Jordan says Cardinals. Fenn says Caps, and Dom Ricci says Cleveland under 8.5. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Here, let me just save the page. I want to save all these comments because someone just said I'm a good man, and that makes me happy. So I'm going to save that one and look at it at 3 in the morning in my bed. Mr. Stubby says, you're a good man, Pete. Mr. Stubby. Shout out to Mr. Stubby. Thanks so much. You're a pretty good handicapper yourself there, Mr. Stubby. Don't think I didn't notice. All right, let's see. What else do we do? Oh, Lou Skunt. Please me with some vulgarity. Lou Skunt. Thanks for returning to the chat box, Johan. This guy's name is Lou Skunt. But I have to read it. It's not my job to censor people. It's YouTube's job to censor people. If people have a screen name called Loose Cunt, and that's objectionable, that is YouTube's job to censor that, not mine. If the guy's name is Loose Cunt, damn it, I'm going to call him Loose Cunt. Shout out to Loose Cunt. Hit you with some vulgarity. Go fuck yourself. No, Loose Cunt. Fuck shit cunt. Loose Cunt. Thanks for joining the chat box once again. Long time no see. Lou Skunt. All right, let's see. All right, okay. All right, now, Tom Marino says, I think the best value in baseball right now is betting unders in cold weather with struggling offensive teams in the right spot. Okay. Let's move on to some other MLB handicapping. So, once again, the theme of the last couple minutes is I do try to please everyone, and welcome back, Lou Skunt. All right, MLB. What other bets did I make here? I guess that's about it. There's only 8 games. Detroit and Cleveland is an interesting game. Dan Kelly said that the ump in the Cleveland game is a strong over-trender, which is definitely interesting. Fulmer and Bauer, though, are kind of impressive right now. I'm not totally sure I want to be betting on an over in that game, and especially the way both of these teams have been hitting. There have been some suggestions from educated analysts in the chat box that Cleveland's offense is overrated. Detroit's offense, I think, as we know, can be very quiet, although Detroit's bullpen is also a big question mark as well. This is a game that I'm going to revisit later. I don't know what I think about this one. Maybe I could see a shot with the over at the low total of 7.5 or 8, although it is, I believe it got bet up. Let me just see where that total is right now. Detroit, yeah, now it's up to 8.5. I wouldn't want to take that one at 8.5. I think I'm just going to pass on this game. It's a tricky one. Fulmer and Bauer both can be good. I'd love to take Cleveland here, but definitely not on that line. I wouldn't really like to take Detroit, although it is tempting at that line. The total, I think I'm just going to pass on the Detroit-Cleveland game completely. I think I'm just going to completely pass on that one. St. Louis and Cincinnati is another game that's kind of tricky, except for opposite reasons. Both starting pitchers are questionable. I don't want the over on this one. Our good friend Jimmy the Bag got burned taking an over in the St. Louis Cincinnati in a St. Louis game recently that looked like it. It did have over written all over it. I believe that was the Wainwright start. This one is another tough one. And now that total is up to 9.5, which is understandable. It was 9 on the overnight line. I could understand why people would be liking the over there. I was thinking if I was going to take an over, it would only be on the first half. For now, I'm going to stay off that one. The big question is Romano. He hasn't been good so far, but again, these friggin' sinker ballers have such high volatility. You'll see this with sinker ballers in perpetuity. You'll see these guys get absolutely shelled, give up 4 home runs in a game, and then all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, have a 7-inning shutout start. And that's because there's high volatility with sinker ballers, and that is exactly who Romano is. When a sinker baller is working, he suppresses home runs. When a sinker ball is working, all of a sudden, he suppresses home runs, and all of a sudden, you're like, where the hell did this come from? This guy is friggin' the second coming of Chen Ming Wang at his peak. But then when he's off, as he has been so far this year, he's looking like maybe I should put him on the auto fade list. Very tough to get a read on Romano from start to start as of right now. Waka also has not been looking good so far this year, but I think Waka probably will get better going forward. Not to ace level, but probably to a decent level. He's got to get his control under control. And this game, as of right now, I'm going to stay off of, although I might look into it more and have a play later on in the day. But let me just quickly check to see what the first half total would be. It would probably be a 5.5. Let me find that one. 5.5. Let me see what that total would be. Yeah. Heritage and bookmakers still have 5, and Bet Online and Intertops. Tempting to take the first 5 innings over on this one, but again, if Romano's sinker is working, he'll give you 5 innings that are solid, and then it's all up to Waka to shit the bed. And if Waka's control is a little bit better, which it easily could be, he'll have a decent start. So I would lean first 5 innings over in that one, but I don't think I'm going to give it as an official pick right now, although it's definitely very, very interesting. Definitely very, very interesting. All right, let's see. And then also in baseball, Colorado, Washington. Again, I gave Washington -1. I bet the over at 8 because I strongly suspect the line was going to go up, but I might even take that one back. Slight lean as of right now to the Washington team total overs, but I'm going to hold off on giving those as picks until the evening show. Yankees, Boston. I gave Yankees second half. I like that one. And as far as the full game is concerned, lean for now to the Yankees -1. Lean to the over on that one for sure. Maybe a lean to the Yankees team total over as well, which I'm assuming would be 4.5. Let me find what that one is. Wow. The first 5 innings is only 2, -133. That's tempting. Porcello could get hit. And the full game is only 4.5, -129. Ooh. What do you think about that, folks? Yankees team total 4.5, -109. Not bad, right? Am I right or am I right? Yankees team total over 4.5, not bad. Let me check something. I might throw that one on there because I'm guessing that one might get bet up a little bit. I know Porcello can be good, but again, his first 2 starts were against Tampa Bay. I don't think he's quite as good as he looked in his first 2 starts against Tampa Bay. Let me just quickly check something, boys. I got so many friggin' tabs open here. Let me see what we have at 4.5 -115 at Heritage. Let me just think about this one for a second. Let me just quickly do a quick check here. All right, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to throw that one on there as well. Yanks. Team total over 4.5 minus 109. That's just 4.5 minus 109 at Pinnacle. I'm sure I'm predicting that I'm getting about 60% comments saying that they agree with that. 40% comments saying, no, Pete, don't do it. The Yanks bats will go cold again and Porcello will have a good day. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we have here? What else do we have here? Let's see. Comments coming in. Mr. Cloudkicks likes the Tigers first half under. Nice and easy. Jeffrey Hernandez has 25 wins blowing out to left center at Great American. Is that true? Let me just quickly check that one. Is that true at Great American? I'm not seeing that, Jeffrey. I'm seeing low teens wins blowing across. But I will revisit that and maybe revisit that closer to game time and maybe make a play on that. Tomrino Tomer says Waka has been a completely different pitcher on the road. I don't trust either pitcher. Yeah, neither do I, Tomrino. I don't trust either pitcher either, but both pitchers could unexpectedly have a better game. I'm just looking for some comments here. Lou Chase Fox says the bag is definitely on dope. One day when we don't have much to do, I'll do my impression of a heroin addict. It's quite funny. I used to entertain my friends. Johan, I used to entertain my friends with my impressions of various kinds of drug addicts. And one of the most popular impressions I did was an impression of a heroin addict. Really? Made him laugh. Yes, but I can do all of them. I can do meth, I can do coke, I can do weed, I can do any drug addict you want. I can do an impression of it, and people like it. People, they tend to like it. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
How about alcohol?
Oh, I can do that one, sure, but everyone does that. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the Austin Powers impression of everyone can do an alcohol impression. That's a little bit beneath me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? All right, let's see. What else do we have? Maxwell Smart says, bring Jimmy back, bring Jimmy back, bring Jimmy back. Maxwell Smart, I'll bring him back when I fucking feel like it, Maxwell Smart. Maxwell Smart doesn't like the show with just me on it. I don't blame him. Maxwell Smart, he's coming back, all right, Max? He's coming back. He's sick. Not like a Primus riff, sick like a fucking guy with the fucking plague, okay? He's coming back, Maxwell Smart. I'm doing my best here, Maxwell Smart. I'm doing my fucking best here, Maxwell Smart. Let's see. What else do we have? Here? Jim Tobluson says, Peter, you're going to tweet your official plays today? Maybe. I mean, I'll review them, of course. Definitely. Elio Rodriguez says, stay away, Pete. So many games. Why the Yankees? I'm a believer in the Yankees lineup. I'm not a total believer in Porcello in this spot. And so I'm going to take it. Brandon Biaggi says, Pete, Cleveland to score first. Mally Mal says, no, Pete. I think he was talking about the Yankees team total on that one. Maybe I'll take it back, but as of right now, I am going to give that one as an official play. All right, so let me just review all the picks. Minnesota and White Sox is very interesting, of course. Giolito has had some serious control issues. I think when he gets his control issues down pat, he'll be a better starter. And Barrios has been great. Not sure how long he's going to go, and I think I want to give the White Sox on the second half as well. Let me just find that play, and that's another one that I bet, and I think let me just quickly check to see where that line is right now. Yeah, plus 115. Let me see what Bookmaker has right now. White Sox second half. Maxwell Smart. I apologize if there's a little bit of a lull right now, that this is not the most compelling 30 seconds of video content we've ever made. Hold on one second. All right. I will give the White Sox second half. White Sox second half plus 115. White Sox second half plus 115. That's the current line at Heritage, and that will be my final official play for today. Although I might add some others in the evening show. So I'll just review the picks that I've given, then I'll review some recent comments, and then we will move on to an NHL where I have some picks as well. Once again, in MLB, the official picks I've given so far: Washington -1, Yankees second half -115, San Francisco, San Diego second half under 3.5 -130, White Sox second half plus 115. And the Yankees team total over 4.5 -109. I think those plays overall are probably pretty solid. Who knows? But I think that they are. And then, leaning Cubs. I have to think about what I want to do there. If you want to bet the Cubs game, once again, Native Queen 14-2-2 in the plays that she's given in this show, likes the Cubs to score first. I don't have the odds here, but I'm assuming it's around even money or an underdog line there. And Native Queen likes the Cubs to score first in that game. Right? Let's quickly get some comments, and then we'll get to some NHL analysis. Let's see. Brooke Jordan says, Pete, you rock by yourself very well. Brooke Jordan says, Pete, you rock by yourself very well. Maxwell Smart, sit on that. Ha ha. Look at that. Brooke Jordan thinks I rock by myself very well. There you go. There you go, Maxwell Smart. Thank you very much, Brooke Jordan. Shout out to Brooke Jordan. Thank you very much, Brooke Jordan. All right, let's see. B Smooth says, why you ain't tell about the Cubs game, Pistol Pete? I did. We started off the show with that. Once again, Native Queen, killing it in MLB, likes the Cubs to score first. Maybe you should bet that one, and I would be leaning Cubs -1. And maybe before this show is out, I will throw that one on. Alan Valentine says, good job, bro. You're my favorite talking shit. Thank you so much. Maylos Payless Way says, LOL, you're doing great, Pete. Okay. Austin Guy says you're doing great. Look at this, Maxwell Smart. Look at that. Austin Guy says I'm doing great. Well, what do you know? What do you know? All right, let's see. Other comments, and then we will. And Andrew Taylor says Native Queen likes Cleveland to score first also. Okay. Native Queen also likes Cleveland to score first. Okay, there you go. Native Queen likes the Cubs to score first and Cleveland to score first, and probably you're getting us some decent odds on those. Very, very, very nice. I still want to take the Cubs here, but I don't want to get burned on if Pittsburgh comes out and wins, which they easily could. Brian Wilson says thanks Native Queen for all the picks, and I second that absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Other comments coming in, and then we'll move on to an NHL. All right, let me just do a quick save here. Let's do a quick save here, and then wait, hold on one second. Let's do a quick save here, and then we'll talk about NHL. I do have some NHL picks that I did bet, and I'm doing almost as well as Jimmy the Bag in NHL. Let's not forget that. And I even nailed the first day yesterday, even better than Jimmy did. So I think my opinions are valuable in NHL, and I wouldn't say that lightly. All right, let's start with the NHL card. First bet that I made, and I told Jimmy the Bag this as soon as the opening lines came out. The first bet that I did make was Nashville on the under. Now I got it at 6, -118. Got a great line there. I don't think Colorado's going to have an easy time scoring here. I'm not sure I want to give it at 5.5. Oh, by the way, why don't we? Hey, Johan, you have the NHL records? We're moving on to NHL. Let's throw that one up. Let's throw that bitch up there. Let's look at this shit. Look at that. Jimmy the Bag. Unbelievable. 36.8 units. But look at that. Or 3 or whatever. Look at me. Look at me. Up over 30 units. I might add a couple units on tonight because I'm kind of liking the few plays that I did bet. I think my favorite play, as I said to that guy who asked for a specific play, was the Colorado team total over. Colorado could get to 3, but is that likely? I think not. I think not. No offense, Colorado, but I think not. Let me see. Even if Colorado wins, you might be looking at a 2-1 situation there. So I'm definitely going to give the Colorado team total under as an official pick. I think I'm also going to give Nashville -1. I'll admit that I did bet that, even though it comes to about -200 or something like that. It's just Colorado is so vulnerable in so many ways. Nashville, they might be a little bit overrated, which might come into play, in subsequent series, but I don't think it's really going to come into play here. Maybe if they're overrated or overvalued, they only win 3-1 instead of 4-1 or 5-1, something like that. I did bet the under at 6. I'm happy with my bet. If there was a 6 available right now, which is not available, I would give it. But I don't think I'm going to give the 5.5, although I do think that's a pretty solid bet. I am going to give the team total under for Colorado, and I think I will give Nashville -1, even though I will have to eat 2 units if it loses. But I think it's so unlikely that happens that I'll be willing to eat 2 units if it loses. Let me just quickly find the Tampa Bay, the Colorado team total under. All right, it's headed down -150 at Heritage. That is a worse line than I got. I think I got it at 145 or something like that, and -164 at Pinnacle. All right, I'll jump on that one right now. Right now, I'm jumping on that one. Colorado team total under 2.5 -150. I bet that one at -145. I think I bet it, a max bet, and I like it under 2.5 -150. And now I just want to have to decide if I want to be a complete public bettor and jump on jump on Nashville, even at this massive line. I'll fully admit that I bet it. Yes, I did bet it. -1. I did bet that one -1. Skooma Steve says first game Nashville should roll. J. Peach says Nashville covers -1.5. Let's see. Vincent K. Maxwell says Colorado +1.5 is the play, and I have heard some other people suggest that might be a play that is a good play. I'm not totally sure about that, but I can certainly understand. I mean, you're getting a massive underdog line on that one. Austin Guy says Nashville under is solid. I think so. I bet it at 6, and if I could get 6 right now, I'd give it as an official pick. Let me see. Austin Guy says favorite plays Lightning over 5.5. That's interesting. And the Jackets over 5.5. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to those in a second. Let's see. Okay. All right. Not applicable says that's a good Pete. Good pick, Pete. Yeah, I should probably just stick with Colorado on the under. But since I am a little bit greedy and I want to stack units, I think I might throw on Nashville. Nashville could get upset, but they'll only lose 2. All right, I will, Mally Mal says under 6 should be a A1 steak sauce. Yes, Mally Mal, when I saw that, when I told Jimmy on Monday, as soon as these lines came out or whenever they were, I couldn't believe I was getting 6 and I jumped on it. It was at Heritage, minus 118, and now it is significantly lower than that. Let's see. Yeah. Skooma Steve says Bernier on the road, tough into first game of the playoffs. All right, I'll throw Nashville -1 on here. Nashville -1. Yes, I'm aware of what a public square play this appears on its surface, but I'm going to do it. The money line right now, -275. Holy shit. Money line right now is -275, and the puck line part should be about +105 or 107 or something. Let me just quickly find it. Where the hell is it? Where are the puck lines? Oh, I got to go to NHL. All right, I'll find it. Yeah, it's just that, if Nashville wins by 1 and I get a push, of course, that's fine. The only thing that will be really bad is if Colorado wins outright. But again, I'll only lose 2 units. Won't be a disaster. And I'm just not a buyer on Colorado right now. Although anything can happen in these playoffs. But, we've seen that happen before. Teams that look like they're just, dead teams walking, suddenly surprised, especially in the first game. But there you go. +110. There's a bunch of +110s. All right, so I'm taking it. Nashville -1, +110s, and the Colorado team total under. And, the full game under is just 5.5. It's, wow. It's now 5.5 -119 at Pinnacle. Man, I got that one at 6 -118. How about that? For a friggin' line move beating a line move there. All right, now let's move on to some of the tougher games, I think. Washington against Columbus. Washington, I did bet it. I bet Washington at -1. I know there's some issues with Washington. They have some peripherals that are looking a little bit iffy. Columbus, what's going to happen with them? Tortorella, obviously, after the trade and down the stretch of the regular season, they were scoring a lot more. They were playing a lot better. Also, we know that Holtby is not going to be in goal. It's going to be Grubauer. Grubauer's played well. But maybe that decision will come back to bite Washington at least early. I'm going to hold off on this one for now. I'm going to look into it a little bit more. I am leaning Washington, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. I want to make sure and absolutely sure that I like the play before I give it out officially. And I did bet it. I bet Washington -1. I want to hear what some other people have to say about that one. And that's definitely a lean for me. San Jose Anaheim is a very interesting game. Of course, these two teams headed in opposite directions towards the end of the regular season, right? Anaheim was pretty much rolling, and San Jose pretty much struggling. They did play 4 times in the regular season. They were very, very, very close games. In fact, I think they all went to shootouts or something like that. 3 of the 4 games went to shootouts. Very close teams, and I'm thinking that this one is probably going to be close again. I could understand a play on San Jose +1.5 or maybe +1, but I think I'm going to take a shot with the first period under here. I cashed on that one with the Vegas game. I also said I liked the full game under on that one. Didn't have the balls to give it, and that one, of course, I cashed very, very easily. This total, though, is down at 5. There are no 5.5s available anymore, although it did open at about 5.5. But I think I do have the balls to give the first period under. Yes, I do. Yes, I can feel it right now inside of me. The balls are there, and I'm going to do it. San Jose, Anaheim, first period under 1.5 -129. Under 1.5 -129. That's the current line at Pinnacle. Slightly to the under as well at 5 at plus money, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. But I will lock in the first period under. San Jose, Anaheim, first period under 1.5 -129. That's the current line at Pinnacle. We'll talk about New Jersey, Tampa Bay, and Toronto, Boston in a second. First, let me get some comments. People agreeing, people disagreeing, people giving opinions. Let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. Punisher 23 likes the under in the San Jose game and +1.5 in the Columbus game. Columbus has a big goalie advantage. Okay, G8 Pass Key says, Pete, be careful about taking Anaheim under. I knew you would be leaning that way. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of an obvious play, and of course, San Jose was explosive offensively for a good portion of the regular season. But I'm going to take the first period under, and again, If it loses, do I lose 2.5 units? Do I lose 3 units like I lost when I doubled up on the Oakland team total overs? No, I'll lose 1.3 units. And will I be okay with that, having tried to gain a unit from taking that play? Yes, I will take it. I will take it. Not applicable says, good pick, Pete. Jeffrey Hernandez says, I like that San Jose Ducks first period under. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Let me see. Other comments here. Donald Mouse says the Sharks struggle with Evander Kane out of the lineup. Skooma Steve says the Ducks Sharks could easily go to OT. Yes, it easily could. Not applicable likes Columbus. Udom Porn Ratanafakti likes the Sharks money line. Richie Incognito likes the Preds. Okay. Anthony L, I like the Yankees. Only MLB I bet today. I like it too, Anthony. I took them 2 ways. Team total over and the second half, and maybe I'm getting too cute. Maybe I should take them on the full game money line or run line. Barkerman G11 says Blue Jackets are 1-6 last 7 meetings. Donald Mao says leaning Blue Jackets, not applicable, likes the Ducks Sharks under. Udom Porn Ratanafakti likes the Caps over at 5.5. I can see that. I was thinking that maybe this game will be a little bit surprisingly lower scoring than we're expecting. I could see a 3-2 game easily. I could see like a 3-1, 4-1 Washington win easily. Washington obviously has a history of playoff flops, and I think that they are. I think that Washington is. Probably the play here, but I'm going to look into it a little bit more, look into some advanced analytics and some advanced metrics, and that I do tend to look at and make a decision on that one as far as the side and the total are concerned. But as of right now, my lean is Washington -1, and I don't really like the over. I don't really like the over. I'm thinking that it might be a little bit more modest scoring than people are thinking. Let me see some other comments. Donald Mouse is a little bit worried about the Ducks. Skooma Steve says all the Preds need to do is shut down the Avs first line. Not applicable, says Devils. A dark horse got a chance. All right, yes. Now let's see. Yeah. Okay. Native Queen says, Pete, could you check and see if Jim will bless us with some plays in the late show? NHL, yes. I hope. I don't. Do you think Johan? You think Jim might come back for the late show, or probably not, or maybe? Johan says maybe. Do you know what's afflicting him? Is it pink eye?
Oh, no.
No, it's not pink eye? Okay,
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Because we know that some of his life, some of the activities he's engaged in might cause him once in a while to come down with pink eye. And if that's the case, then he's not going to be back for the afternoon show. But so we're not exactly sure what is wrong with Jimmy. But yes, there's a chance he'll be back. I'll definitely check Twitter. I'm going to check Twitter right before the afternoon show. And if Jim has tweeted out anything, I will definitely read all that shit and get his opinions. Let me see. Timo Buckets says, I used a VPN access to the Low Bag show since YouTube is down in my country for some reason. Thank you. Look at that. Timo using a fucking VPN to get us illegally. We're an illegal sports betting show in his country, and he's using a VPN. He has to have it. All right. Let's see. Let me just do a quick save here, and then we'll move on to some other games. The other NHL games, I'm gonna look into as much as I can and try to get a play on that one. The big question is New Jersey getting disrespected here? Is New Jersey getting disrespected here? I think you have to say yes. I mean, look at this. Maybe Tampa Bay is, obviously they played in the regular season, and New Jersey had the edge. Now, you don't want to overvalue what happened in the regular season. And also, Tampa Bay has been very good 5-on-5. As we know, in general, in the NHL playoffs, there are fewer penalties called. The rule of thumb is that teams that have good 5-on-5 numbers might have an edge in the playoffs, and that is what Tampa Bay is here. But I think any way you slice it, put New Jersey at plus 187, which is the current line at Pinnacle, has to be at least a little bit disrespecting. I mean, they got to be at maximum plus 170, right? 165. What should the fair line be here? Should New Jersey really be a plus 187 dog? Maybe they should be. I'm not totally sure if I would agree with that. And then Boston-Toronto, kind of the same deal. Boston obviously is awesome, but Toronto has some vicious forwards. And, you're getting a healthy underdog line there, plus 147. And Tuukka Rask has been vulnerable against Toronto. I got to be thinking that maybe the Leafs here, this is a classic first round matchup. I don't really want to bet against either of these teams, but You're getting a big underdog line here. The Leafs obviously have impressive scoring power. And, Tuukka Rask, a small sample size, not necessarily in the playoffs, but last 2 years, the Leaf system has gotten to him. You know what I'm saying? And Tampa Bay tends to start off. Toronto tends to start off. Their games with early goals. I could see the Leafs on the first period being a good play. I could see the Leafs team total over maybe being a good play. Boston's a great defensive club. Who's going to win out? Boston defense against Toronto's offense. Maybe no play is the best way to approach this game. This is not like, the other games yesterday where I think we were seeing pretty clear, solid value. Penn's puck line, the under in the Vegas game. Today, the Colorado team total under. I think there's pretty clear, solid value there. Even Nashville, -1. Pretty clear, solid value. Maybe the best thing to do is to stay away from Toronto, Boston, and New Jersey, Tampa Bay. But my sense is both of those dogs are getting at least a little bit disrespected. Let's get some comments, see if anyone has some opinions here. Any comments here? Have some opinions. D. Hall says Leafs steal one tonight. Skooma Steve says Leafs regulation +0.5 money line. Mr. Gokster 99 says go Leafs go. Udumporn Rats in a Factory likes the under in the Boston game. I was thinking that way as well. Chi-Town Beatdown says Leafs win first game. G8 Paskey says Leafs are very good in close to goalies. Tip-ins and cross passes, best in the league, could get up quickly. Yes. I'm thinking some kind of prop. Leafs to score first might be a good play. Leafs on the first period money line might be a good play. Maybe the Leafs first period +0.5 goal might be a good play. I just feel like one way or another the Leafs are getting just a little bit disrespected. Ricky Walker says Leafs win tonight. Chi-Town Beatdown says it's dog day. Barkerman for G11 says Leafs are 4-1 last 5 meetings in Boston. Jay Peach is on the under. I'd be leaning under as well in the Leafs game. Let me see. Other comments here. Boston is a strong defensive team. They'll be giving a vicious defensive performance in this game, try to control the Leafs. Mr. Gokster 99, Leafs first period. Yes, I already said that's something I was considering. Joe Joyner, Devils +1.5 -155. Yes, I have to think about what, and Udumporn Rats in a Factory. What about New Jersey team total over, Pete? I was thinking, he was asking what that was. Yeah, I was thinking about that one. Let me see where that one is. The New Jersey team total over 2.5 at about +100. 2.5 at about +100. That's tempting as well. These games are all, of course, evening games, so I can make my final decisions. I think I'm going to sit on them, think about them, do some more research, and make my final decisions on those plays in the evening show. No reason to jump on them right now, but once again, I think that both underdogs getting a little bit disrespected, and I think maybe the Leafs getting a little bit more disrespected even than the Devils. All right. Let me see. What else do we have here? Let's see. And here you go. Mr. Cloudkick says, stop it. Just stop it. Leafs can't beat Boston tonight. It's the playoffs. Mr. Cloudkicks wants all of us suggesting that maybe the Leafs have value to just stop. Okay? Everyone just stop. Let's see. That's what Mr. Cloudkicks wants us to do. Elio Rodriguez, Pete, there's no gun to your head. Pass if there's no label. Yes, I hear you. Barkerman says Leafs are 7-1 last 8 meetings. Okay. All right. I think that we can wrap it up. I'm going to make a decision on these games in the afternoon, and if there's anything I want to add on, I will add it on in the afternoon show. Once again, the only plays I've definitely given officially, San Jose, Anaheim, first period under 1.5 -129. Nashville, -1. I did give that one officially. And Colorado, team total under 2.5, -150. Other plays I'm thinking about, I'm leaning towards Washington, -1. Thinking about the New Jersey team total over at 2.5 at even money. And thinking about one way or another, taking Toronto here, whether it's on the first period money line, first period puck line, whether it's the Toronto team total over. Also agreeing with the people who are leaning under on this one. But one way or another, I'm thinking about making a play on Toronto, getting a little bit disrespected as a +147 underdog right now at Pinnacle. And once again, leaning New Jersey team total over 2.5, leaning Washington -1, leaning under in Toronto, Boston. But official picks, Nashville -1, Colorado team total under, and San Jose, Anaheim first period under. And of course, we do have the NBA playoffs coming up. I did not have a chance to look at any of those the odds that came out for the first round matchups, but we will get into that in the evening show. And of course, tomorrow, I was very interested to see what the Jim and other commenters would have to say about that one, but I'm not fully prepared for that one. Not sure what I think about any of those odds as of right now. So let's discuss that in the afternoon show. We'll be back here at 6 o'clock once again. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you at 6 o'clock Eastern Time.